Hey,
Hello. Welcome back to
What the Deaf?
Whew, season 2.
Finally.
Oh, it's so good to be back after a few months of a hiatus, but
Actually, it wasn't a hiatus because we had to figure out a lot of things on the technical side before we could start filming season 2. Why? We are finally going to be doing what you guys have been asking, which is interviewing people.
and we have so many different types of people. And we thought season 1 was an amazing start to introduce ourselves and to start touching on different topics and get each other's perspectives. And now we kind of want to shift gears and talk about people within the entertainment industry. We both are really involved with that industry, and we've noticed that there's a lot of things that we want to talk about with our friends and with people within that industry.
Yeah, and how to represent a deaf person in the entertainment industry. It's really challenging because in season 1, we talked about how our community can be very multi-layered. And so if there's a lot of different layers within our community, how can you represent one person in the entertainment industry? So we thought this was a great opportunity to interview people who are deaf themselves in the entertainment industry and see what their experience was like and what they notice is lacking and what's necessary for us to fill in the gaps to make sure that that person who is in the entertainment industry, they're getting their accommodations and needs met, and how the hearing community can really work with them and provide the appropriate access and represent them well.
And we have a beautiful list of people so far that we will be interviewing that come from different walks of life: hearing people, deaf people, writers, directors, actors, everything that we can think of that best represents the world of the entertainment industry. So we're really excited to move forward with this. And during our hiatus, we really, and I mean really, started figuring out everything. And holy cow. Also, during COVID, it's not easy to figure this out either. So the technical side, we will be doing most of our interviews through Zoom,
COVID style.
which is actually not that bad, but it adds a new layer to it. We're trying to figure out the interpreters, voiceover, what that's all going to look like. But we're really thrilled to do this again and start the season off right and well and have open, beautiful discussions with everyone.
And I know that not everybody in our audience is a part of the entertainment industry. So why did we pick this? I think the entertainment industry has started to put a spotlight regarding the deaf community. So if we could start here to start figuring out what's the best way to fill in the missing gaps. And after we do that, then a lot of different companies and businesses that are not a part of the entertainment industry can start applying what they see on bigger platforms that are representing the deaf community. I mean, everybody has access to social media, TV, and everything that's created starts with the entertainment industry. And so to figure out the root of what's missing on how best to work with us and how to represent us appropriately, that needs to happen behind the scenes. And all of that can also be applied to the everyday life that we live in.
Right. And not only that, another thing that happened during our quote unquote break, we created our production company. Yes. So you heard right. Not only is What the Deaf a podcast, we expanded and became a bigger platform. We are now What the Deaf Productions, where we really want to be the go-to resource for anyone looking for information related to deaf culture, or they want to interact with us, or they want to find something for a specific reason. We want to be the go-to. And how to do that, we're starting the season with interviews within the entertainment industry to open up our production company to really showcase that we can have a beautiful and healthy discussion to help bridge everything together.
Yeah, you're right. And again, it's a brand new production company. So we're still going through the journey and seeing what's the best way to fill in these gaps. Do we do that by giving presentations, trainings, or do we have a list of resources ready? So if anybody in the entertainment industry wants to write about a deaf character, where can they go to find a deaf person to work hand in hand with them? Because again, deaf people are the ones who have the authentic experience embedded in them. So it's nice for a writer to work with somebody and give them the opportunity to share their story which makes the writer's story even more authentic and beautiful. And not only that, but companies, if they want to hire a deaf person, how do you give the right accommodations? And really the list just goes on. And so we're still on that journey with our production company, but that's our vision, which is to fill in the gaps and build a beautiful bridge so that we can collaborate with the hearing community.
And it all starts right now. Season 2 with all of our interviews. And also, we're tired of asking each other questions. So now it's time for us to ask questions for our guests. And they might have some curious questions that they want to ask us. So this is going to be so much fun. We're really excited for you guys to join in and listen and watch.
And the reason why we decided to do season 2 like this is because of the experience that you and I had gone through with season 1. I think it was a very powerful, eye-opening experience for me personally. I used to work as a behavioral health coordinator where I always had accommodations there, or I fought for my rights. I know how to discuss to get what I need. Now I'm here in Los Angeles in a totally different environment from what I'm used to growing up. And I got into the entertainment industry. And that's when I felt like I was hitting a brick wall constantly. Even though I have this platform of our podcast, I provided a resource for them. So in order to continue building our podcast, we got interviewed by different outlets, and I was constantly reminded that I was deaf. I had to ask for accommodations. And when I asked for accommodations, I felt the burden of their budget or the burden of explaining why I might need these accommodations because, well, I'm deaf. I don't have the capability of speaking because of this, because of that. I was constantly explaining myself. And that's when I really realized these deaf people who are in the entertainment industry, who have a bigger platform, what is their experience like? And how can we change that and allow deaf actors to be themselves in the entertainment industry instead of playing 2 different roles, going from being an actor and then putting on a different hat and explaining why they need all these things? It's exhausting.
Yeah. And I think it's awesome that there are many people that want to write a deaf character or want to show deaf culture. That's great. But there's a lot of things behind the scenes that are still missing. And we want to show people that we want our deaf actors or deaf writers to feel like they can contribute their best effort by having their accommodations and needs met, just like anyone else. And that's such an important thing about this conversation that we're having. We want to normalize it, and we want to help figure out what are the right ways to make our community successful in this industry.
And all of this starts with a conversation. We need to have a conversation to see what things are lacking and what are the first steps that we all need to take to change that. And how do we make the entertainment industry a better place for deaf people? And I'm so excited to explore this with you guys. Yeah.
And for our listeners, don't forget, if you have any questions you want answered related with this topic, or if you just want to open up a conversation with us, don't forget to email us at questions@whatthedeaf.com. It's so important that we continue this conversation. It's what I loved about season 1. We have received so many emails, comments, people just telling us their stories, their questions. I really felt like it was a family with What the Deaf. And we appreciate that. We want to continue that.
We'll see you next week.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram too for all the updates. Where?
What the Deaf.
Yeah. Other than that, we'll see you next week with our first interview. Are you ready?
So excited.
So excited. Bye guys.
We would like to thank dpan.tv and their services at aslcaptions.com for making the transcripts and captions of this podcast accessible for everyone.
If you're looking for captioning or transcript services, they do amazing work.